Spotify is making major changes to its platform this year. Just a few weeks ago, I talked about the brand new release radar algorithm, and today we're looking at how Spotify might have just killed AI music on its platform. Well, let's see why and how. If you've been browsing some of your personalized playlists, like Discover Weekly recently, you might have discovered that there's many names in there that don't ring a bell and sound very, well, as for a lack of better word, artificial. Like this artist here. Digging a bit deeper will reveal that the record label, for example, is a label specializing in AI music. Spotify has been flooded with AI music releases, maybe not as much as Deezer, over the last months, and while sometimes it's easy to spot, it gets harder as technology matures. So basically, you looked at a list of artists and they could have been human, or they were not. This is all changing with Spotify's latest update, which aims to bring back the focus on elevating music from authentic artists building careers in music. Well, whether one can actually build a career with the revenue from Spotify alone is a very different discussion, but it's the thought that counts, right? So basically, Spotify wants to build trust between the listener and the artist, ensuring that whatever you're listening to is actually what you intend to stream. And in order to do that, Spotify is introducing so-called AI persona labels. Starting mid-September, artists that release AI-generated music or that are an AI persona will gradually receive this label. It is meant to easily and visually distinguish between human and AI artists. That alone is a good step in my eyes, but they even go a step further, and I believe this will change the visibility of purely AI-generated music on the platform going forward. By default, Spotify will not include AI personas in any editorial or algorithmic recommendations, unless you specifically follow them. Let that sink in for a moment and think about what this means. Previously, in order to get your song heard by many people, one would rely on both editorial and algorithmic playlists like Discover Weekly, Release Radar, Radio, etc. to bring your songs to a wider audience. If signals were strong, the algorithm would pick your song up and push it along further. Removing the possibility for an AI-generated song to end up on these way-paving playlists means that it's gonna be significantly harder for those songs to reach a wider audience and significantly harder to make any subsequent revenue from it. This is surely a strong signal that Spotify is sending here and could be very much down to the, shared ownership of many major record labels, unless they change the stance again, which, as we've seen in the past, can always happen. In light of these changes, Spotify is rolling out AI credits as a beta feature as well, which gives AI artists the ability to self-disclose the use of AI in their works, but their team will also review songs and artists tagging and potentially tagging wrong in some cases. This means that for all artists, you should watch your profile for any accidental changes that might have been made in error and appeal if necessary. At the end of the day, I guess it's really a choice that someone should make listening to AI or human-created music. That is, and while I have my own opinions about the topic in general, I believe helping people make a choice is surely a good way forward. Interestingly enough, it's not just Spotify, but also AI-based platforms like Suno that are making changes. I believe Suno is now limiting the amount of downloads that one can make, and maybe that will help reduce the flood of AI songs on some of the platforms in general as well. So, what are your thoughts on this topic, and do you welcome the upcoming disclosure and the changes? Well, let's chat in the comments down below, and that's a wrap for today. See you soon.